Next out onto the Speedway, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Cars 358 small block modified feature. 25 laps will be the distance. 29 small block modifieds called to the green flag here tonight. Dan Bouchard, the number 36B, and Devin Willis, the 21W, make up row number 1. Bob Henry's number 21H and Matt Woodruff's 55 are in row number 2. Row number 3, that will be Garrett Russell's number 24R. On the outside, it'll be Lance Willicks in the number 31. The Tyler Meeks number 9 and Preston Forbes 45R, they make up row number 4. Row number 5, Jackson Gills number 60 and Billy Dunn in the number 49 machine. The Ryan Bartlett number 93 and Jordan McCready's number 28 are in row number 6. Row number 7, it'll be last week's feature winner, Tim Fuller, the number 19. And on the outside, that will be Tim Sears Jr. in the 62X. Mike Maresca, the 7MM, will sit inside row number 8. Outside him, that'll be Mike Stanton in the 3M machine. Row number 9, Kerry Terrence. The 66X will be on the inside. Outside him in the number 99L, that is Lightning Larry White. Scott Webb's number 18W and Todd Roots number 15 make up row number 10. Row 11, that will be Luke Fuller in the 74 on the inside. Outside him will be Nick Kraus in the 24K. The Justin Hall, number 29J, and Mike Manigo's number 26 are in row number 12, row number 13, Lucky number 13. Andy Noto's number 19X and Larry Welling, the number 21, will be on the outside. Row 14 to the bottom, it'll be Colton Wilson, the number 42 machine. Outside will be Randy Chantel in the number 97. And rounding out the field in the number 34 here tonight, that will be Sean Shaw. Mike Maresca, the 7MM, Timmy Fuller, the number 19, only drivers with multiple feature wins here in the 2020 racing season at Can-Am. A couple of the guys would like to break that streak here this evening. Green flag getting ready to wave off turn number 4. Off turn number 2, they will go, and we got a couple of heavy hitters headed right towards the front of the field in a hurry. Lance Willick's going to pilot to the bottom of the racetrack in the number 31 machine. He'll bring them off turn number 4, stack them up 4 wide down the front stretch, middle of the pack, down to turn number 1 and 2. Ryan Bartlett was right in the middle. Mike Maresca got underneath him. Bartlett able to drive back by him on the outside. There's Kerry Terrence, the number 66, down the back. Preston Forbes to the outside of him. Tim Sears going to try to slide right through the middle in that number 62 as they come off turn number 4, racing down the front stretch. Stacked up 3 wide. Now Timmy Fuller into the mix. Fuller to the inside. We look back up front. Jackson Gill goes to the outside of the 21W. Down the backstretch, he'll get outside the Willis ride into turn number 3 and 4. Tyler Meeks, the number 9, next car in line as they go into turn number 4 this time. Now right into your living room. Down the front stretch, Meeks to the bottom, Jackson Gill all the way to the high side of the racetrack. Gill's going to work to the top off turn number 2. Down the backstretch he will go. It'll be Tyler Meeks. There's Jordan McCready, the number 28, Matt Woodruff's 55, Ryan Bartlett to the outside in the number 93 machine. Maresca works the bottom of the racetrack. Maresca's going to slide underneath the 55 of Matt Woodruff. He'll take the spot away. Back up front, in front of the field, that is the 49 of Billy Dunn, and Billy Dunn got to the front and he has checked out on this modified field. Billy Dunn almost a half a straightaway advantage over the field as they work off turn number 2. Jackson Gill to the outside takes the spot away from the 21W down the backstretch. He'll drop all the way up into the number 5 spot as they go to turn number 3 and 4 this time. Caution flag is going to come out. We got a car slow on the front stretch. The number 21W of Devin Willis slow here on the front stretch down to turn number 1 and 2. Caution flag is going to come out onto the Speedway. Well, track safety lights going off. We get ready to go back at this one more time, and Billy Dunn is going to have to hold off a hard-charging field behind him, including Lance Willis, who was lightning quick in his heat race here earlier this evening. Dunn down to the inside on this restart. Lance Willicks trailing back just a little bit as they go to turn number 3. Dunn's going to pound the throttle off turn number 4. Green flag is back in the air. Three cars off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Jordan McCready gets to the outside of Mike Maresca, and the 21 of Kraus was to the outside of him. They were stacked up 4 wide for a second. They'll work off turn number 4. That lineup's going to stay the same. They get shuffled off 4 just for a second. McCready to the high side. Big bounce on the 7mm of Mike Maresca. That's going to allow Timmy Fuller to get right to the back bumper. Ryan Bartlett going to the outside. Bartlett picking up a couple of spots here in the early going. Started 11th, and he is working just outside the top 5. They come off turn number 4. Timmy Fuller, hard left-hand turn down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll get on to Nick Kraus, number 24, off turn number 2. Ryan Bartlett right through the middle of Speedway. Garrett Russell trying to hold on the next position. He's got the 62 of Tim Sears Jr. outside of him. They'll go to 3. They'll take that spot away. Rushlow down to the bottom, may have it this time. And Tyler Meeks inside Nick Kraus trying to get the number 9 to the bottom of the racetrack. There goes Tim Sears again to the outside of the 24 of Garrett Rushlow. Back up front, Mike Maresca gets around Jordan McCready. Now he sets his sight on the back of the 60 of Jackson Gill as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. Maresca to the outside, comes alongside the 60 of Gill. Down the backstretch they will go. Maresca changes line that time in the St. Lawrence Radiology number 7mm. Went to the top side of the racetrack. He's going to get a good run this time, but Jackson Gill powers off the bottom. He'll hold on to the spot as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. Jordan McCready's going to come right back into that mix now as they work off turn 2 down the backstretch. Jackson Gill from just up the road in Plessis, New York, holding on to that spot. Mike Maresca wants it. This is the battle for the 3rd position. And again, Gill just better off the bottom of turn number 4. Gets it right back out in front. They go down into turn number 2. This time Maresca may be able to get the nose along the outside. He'll get a nose out in front. Now drives down into turn number 3 and 4. Goes in a little bit deeper. Gill's going to try to square it off again to the bottom, but Maresca this time will get the spot away. He'll wrestle away that 3rd position down to turn number 1 and 2. Maresca hits the cushion top side, drives down the hill, and distances himself out in front of Jackson Gill as they go to 3 and 4. Back up front, your leader is working lap traffic. That is Billy Dunn all by himself. Over in turn number 2, he continues to book cars down a lap. He'll get by Colton Wilson down the backstretch. Dunn with almost a full straightaway advantage over the Lance Willicks number 31. There's a look at Dunn down the front stretch, the Tito Pro car, number 49, as he continues to deal with lap traffic. He's got Chantel right in front of him and the 26 of Mandigo as he'll head down the back, going to drive right underneath them into turn number 3 and 4. Dunn very quickly getting through some of this traffic, and as I said, separating himself out in front of Lance Willicks in that number 31 machine. So Billy Dunn continuing to sort traffic out as he'll work off turn number 4 this time. Down the front stretch he will come, and then it is about almost a full straightaway. It is a full straightaway back to the Lance Willicks number 31 as they work off turn number 2. Bartlett now picks up another spot. He'll get into the 7th position in that 28 machine. They continue to work off turn number 4. Dunn all the way to the outside of the racetrack is lapping his way up through the field right now as he works off turn number 2 down the backstretch all by himself into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Mike Maresca now closing on the back bumper of Lance Willicks. This is going to be a battle for the number 2 spot. Off turn number 4, look at the move that Mike Maresca made. Drove right up to the bottom, got right underneath Lance Willicks, and he'll take over spot number 2. Maresca down the backstretch. Willicks got caught behind a slower car. And red flag is out. We have a red flag out on the speedway. We got cars upside down at the bottom of turn number 4. Red flag being displayed to the field very quickly. We got cars upside down. Looks like Preston Forbes, the 45R, and the 18W of Scott Webb getting hooked together, or getting off the bottom of the speedway over there. The 45R, the R&R Automotive Agway of Potsdam ride, right up on top of his hood, upside down, very quickly. The safety crew right there, they parked just inside turn number 4. They will put that car back on all fours, and now we've got a gas fire underneath the hood. Driver is out of the race car. We do see that. Preston Forbes is out of the race car, so that's a great sign. Obviously, you tip that car over and you've got fuel that is spilled or oil that is spilled. Here, and the field will come back around and get the white flag. It will go back to green. So what kind of head games we got going on here as they go down into turn number 3 and 4? Dunn sits on it, jumps on the throttle. He'll bring him off turn number 4. Green flag is back in the air. Dunn down to turn number 2, comes off the bottom of the racetrack. Now we got a battle for the number 2 spot. Mike Maresca goes to the outside of Lance Willicks. Maresca drives by on the high side. Now he sets his sights on your leader, Billy Dunn, as they come off turn number 4. Dunn down the front stretch to turn number 1 and 2. Maresca all the way to the top side of the racetrack. May not pay off this time as he went way up this hill. That opened up to about a 4-car advantage for Billy Dunn. Dunn down to turn number 3 and 4. Maresca comes right back to the inside one more time off turn number 4. There's the distance back, 3.5 seconds behind the leader. Mike Maresca trying to close that gap on Billy Dunn. Maresca's going to get a good run to the top side off turn number 2. This time down the backstretch, gets within a car length of Dunn. They go to turn number 3 and 4. Dunn right off the bottom of the racetrack. Maresca right in his tire tracks as they come down the front stretch. Maresca starts to size up the 49 of Dunn. He'll go to the outside, turn number 2, down the backstretch. Looks to the outside. Dunn's going to get a good run off the bottom side of the speedway. Down to turn number 3 this time. Now to square it off. A little bit of a slide on the 17 or the 7mm of Mike Maresca. That's going to allow Billy Dunn to pull out to about a 3-car advantage. Maresca trying to close that gap as they work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. 1 car slow down the back into turn number 3 and 4, but we are going to stay green. Back up front, Timmy Fuller now goes to the outside of Lance Willicks. Fuller trying to improve. He'll drive all the way up to the 3rd position as he'll get by Lance Willicks. Now we got a battle out in front again. Off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Mike Maresca to the high side. Billy Dunn to the bottom. Maresca drives it down deep into turn number 3 and 4. Dunn right through the middle of the speedway. Able to hold on to it down the front stretch. Down to turn number 1 and 2. Again, Dunn through the bottom. Maresca to the top side, trying to find a cushion out there. Couldn't see it that time. And he'll go down the backstretch, trying to reel in Dunn one more time. They work off turn number 4. White flag will be coming out off turn 4. White flag is in the air. Billy Dunn trying to hold off Mike Maresca, your points leader here at Can-Am. Dunn gets a good run off 2. Down the backstretch. 5 car lengths the distance, and they go to 3 and 4. Maresca down into turn number 3. Drives it down deep into the turn. Tries to square it up to the bottom. Now lets it drift to the top side. Not going to get there. Billy Dunn will score his 2nd win of the year here at Can-Am. He'll be followed by Mike Maresca. Timmy Fuller drives all the way up to 3rd. Lance Willicks will finish in the number 4 spot. Jackson Gill's going to bring it home, rounding out the top 5 for your Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds here this evening. Getting ready to climb out on the backside, your Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modified winner. Here's Billy Dunn. Billy, congratulations. I got to tell you, right from the beginning, you look like a man possessed in this thing.
Yeah, we've just had some really bad luck lately. Just been trying to figure out a fuel issue, a motor issue. couldn't quite get it nailed down. We sent our carburetor out to Nickerson Performance this week, and they really got it straightened out.
You had to survive some restarts out there. I know you saw Lance outside you a couple times. Then that last restart, Mike showed his nose a couple of times in the last lap.
Yeah, I'm not usually one to run right around the bottom here, but yeah, I knew if I just kept a good line, even if it wasn't quite the fast way around, I didn't think they'd get all the way around me.
A couple of holes you had to navigate there, and one time the car got a little loose on you, but you were able to straighten it out.
Yeah, it was. The track was pretty racy. It was wide. It was just a little rough there, right on the bottom. So we got through it pretty good and got to the front quick. That helped a lot.
People you want to thank, Bill?
Yeah, my crew, Graham Racing, Tio Pro Car, and Integra Racing Shocks, #1 Speed Equipment. Couldn't do it without them.
Been a tough season, but you're back to victory lane again.
Yeah, we've had really good cars. We just haven't had the speed to show. We've just been trying to sort through some engine stuff, and hopefully we got it figured out here for the end of the year.
All right, congratulations. Billy Dunn is going to be your Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Small Block Modified feature winner here tonight at the Can-Am Speedway.